Welcome back to the pit. It's your main guy, CroSoul, over here, and today I have two new co-hosts with me. On the right side of me, we have our little man JalaPP over here.
Yeah.
And on the left, we have our fan favorite, TrainerOblivio, back with us.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Now, Lil Bear is not here with us in the last episode. You know, if you've been listening, you heard about his little romance song.
A very special someone of mine. 1, 2, 3. Uncle Melvin, please come home. I didn't know that if I told that you would go to jail.
It's gonna be on everybody's mind. Let's talk about the brand new RPG that just came out this week, the Attack on Capital.
That's definitely a good one. I've heard the mechanics are a little wonky, but there's some good.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, this is the American version of Attack on Titan, except it's a lot better. Like, which class would you pick, man? Would you be the Buffalo Man or would you be the thief?
Buffalo Man for sure. He's OP. He's
Imagine like having all that spitting rage, bro, and just like that. He must have like war cries, dog. I haven't seen much
Battle
of the
cries.
gameplay, but yeah, the graphics top notch.
The graphics
dog.
look pretty nice. I don't know what.
PS5 exclusive.
Yo, PS5, hit us up. But yeah, crazy thing with that, right? I don't think ever in the U.S. history has anybody just walked in there.
I don't think that there's ever been a time that in recorded U.S. history that we've seen anybody just storm the Capitol. Like,
See,
and I know it's on everybody's mind right now. Sorry for us to just jump right in, but like we're just gonna get right into the meat and bones here.
and all those bitches from Area 51, that's how you do
That's
a
what
raid,
I'm saying.
All right? Don't just stand out there, showing pictures of your sister to the guards. You go in there. Sure, somebody gets shot and killed, but in the end,
It's a video game.
You respawn. Like,
you'll
what are you?
respawn, bro.
What are
Don't
you
worry
saying,
about
yo?
it. So now, from the gameplay perspective of the Attack on Capital, right? Which faction would you pick? Would you pick the Trumpets, right? The Biden Paninis, or the neutral hippie shooter?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Because like, let's just break it down. Trumpets, you're OP. You can do whatever the fuck you want, whatever the fuck you feel like doing it. And like, that's a crazy aspect of having a video game, just like that open world mechanic where you can go anywhere to do anything.
The police don't even shoot
The
at
police don't shoot at you. That's crazy. Like, you get, let's think about it in GTA terms. You get no stars. You kill, pillage, rob, burn. You do whatever you want, and you're fine.
I think we're going to have to nerf them, We're going to have to make that the one death per turn. Somebody's going to... Like you said, I think the faction is too strong, right?
It is too strong.
The Biden Paninis, now I see what they're doing, right? They're the little sneaky ones. They pretend, they care and all that shit. They're all that lovey-dovey, shank you with a dildo type of thing,
I love those.
I personally wouldn't play them. For me, the neutral hippies, I would like that. For one, again, you don't have to be associated with shit, right?
Right.
And imagine that. That poor woman was a 14-year-old Air Force veteran. She got peppered by some overweight hippie who lives with his mom, dog.
That's terrible.
How would you not want to play that? Right?
That's true.
You think you can customize your gun? Like a little My Pony gun?
That'd be
Rainbow
kinda
Dash, go! But yeah, when it comes to that shit, I personally think, a little bit serious over here. This could actually result in something much bigger because people are actually, agitated over this and they're not really too happy with how all that shit is. But the big question here, do you think the election was legit?
I didn't win, so no.
There you are, yeah.
Well, I kind of find that bullshit. Our candidate only got fucking 69 votes. Sweet, but yeah.
Well done, boys.
Yeah, well done. But if JalaPP was president, we would never have something like Capitol happen. You know why?
We wouldn't even have a capital.
Because there would be no laws.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be outlawed to just jump in. Man, all the Walmart goodies you can get. Fuck food stamps.
Force dildos in the anus. That's
like,
cool.
Oh, funny thing about that is Now, since we're talking about all that shit going down, right? If you were president and if you had the power, what new holiday would you introduce?
Oh my gosh. So National Small Peepee Day. We gotta celebrate and be
Thank
inclusive
God.
of small peepees.
God.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody's so.
Recognize us.
That's what I'm like. Everybody's talking about inclusivity and da 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 da. Where's the inclusivity for small dicks?
Yeah, help me
I
out.
don't get it. That's
Is
like
it- But that's a really good thing. Like, we're a lot more tolerant to, fat people and whatever. But this is a thing that men cannot really control. Bruh, if you're born with a tiny pecker,
that's what
you're
it is.
born with a tiny
That's
pecker.
it. You can't do
Like,
nothing.
it's not like you can go exercise, it's gonna grow. Like, isn't that weird? Like, and this is the norm. We make fun of somebody. That's fine. But God forbid you say some fat bastards in a pool. You're a fat bastard. Oh, nah, you're body shaming. Like having a small pecker. Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, man, I definitely.
Yeah, I respect. I would definitely attend. Like
Exactly.
no pants. You're not allowed to wear anything
Exactly.
below the waist.
They don't
that
call
day.
me JalaPP for nothing.
What about you? What would you introduce as a holiday?
JalaPP Day.
JalaPP Day.
Everybody has to touch me everywhere.
Just a massive lie. Like, I think he didn't think that through. I mean, first 15 minutes would be fine, right? And then after it's like, no, please go away. But everybody's like, nah, it's the holiday.
That's right, exactly.
I'm not
should-
choking on myself. I'm not big enough.
Oh. So would you attend JalaPP Day?
I definitely would. I'd bring as many
Well, you're forced to.
as many.
Also, it's a force.
I'd
So
bring
that, like, martial law for that day, and who doesn't show up gets shot.
That's right. I'd bring as many artifacts as I can find, just to put them in as many orifices as I can find.
Old bottle caps of Coke and Sprite, just lay it down. He's like, that was valued many rupees. He gives you like an old branch. You may live. I respect that holiday, man.
What holiday would you bring?
Honestly, straight up, I would definitely do a purge day. Now, listen to me and why I would do it, right? If we let people do what they want for a day, chances are the ones who are left over, right,
Mhm.
are going to think about reliving that thing the next year.
Can't wait.
Think about it. You think it's all funny until like some fucking comes in with 3 pit bulls and start tearing down some dude in front of you while you've been already jacking, but seeing that while you're jacking, you might think about 2 girls 1 cup if you're gonna jack to that again. You might not anymore. So
Right.
I think that would be a benefit, at least in the U.S.
Weeding out the weak, like a survival of the fittest type.
Everybody
thing.
just starts killing kids. It's like, oh, you're not a high level. Now that I think about it, that's not that good of an idea.
That's terrible. Just imagine that kind of anarchy though. Like we have insane asylums and like hospitals full of sick children, diseases and shit. Like
No, that's the thing. I think in the South it wouldn't be as bad as in the North. Like in the South, a lot more people are packing, so I don't think if you had the balls to actually go to somebody's house, right? Up North, I mean,
chaos.
I actually think like shit. The dude that even has a pocket, I was like, I know this bitch boy don't have a pocket knife.
You know what's crazy? Now
And he
that
has
you
a
mention
PS5.
that. I haven't seen any insane asylums down here in the South, but when I used to live up north, I would see insane asylums almost like every other city that I went to, like full blown, just like.
Oh, that is a good point. Even when I was at Fort Benning, never seen an asylum or
This is
anything.
America. Nobody's insane.
That's a good point.
I mean,
if everyone's insane, nobody's insane. You feel me?
that is absolutely true. That's why Attack on Capital is such a good game. Man, Sony always has to make shit exclusive.
I know, man. That's crazy. You imagine how fun it'd be to take Attack on Capital with you on the Switch everywhere? You're just on the toilet playing Attack on Capital.
You're like on the plane, the Japanese kid next to you is like, oh, what's that? You're like, fuck, dude. You're not as cool, and you start playing as the Warlock Barbarian. Breaking the
I really
gate.
would play as that guy, though. He seems OP as shit.
I would too. I mean, like, personally, the way you could customize that, man, with the face paint, and maybe if you can wear different furs, you just start wearing cat fur, rat fur.
Make him some. The
That'd be so cool.
tryhards wear like some old Nordic.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Imagine the cosplay.
And what would he use as a weapon? Like, I don't think he would be like a sword or anything.
Battle
I think he
axe.
just man, just like a
A corpse.
Home Depot shovel. And the one guy, the other dude, what's it called, the shooter, right?
Mhm.
You could not enter an open area with him. You always have to be behind the wall or behind the door. Because that's a good restriction. Since he gets a firearm, right?
Yeah,
Let's
that's right.
restrict him a bit.
That's true.
So if he does want to shoot, he always has to carry a door with him.
It's set up to like a shield. That's crazy.
Yeah. Imagine like just a dude walking around with a door. You peek through the window, you get popped. I'm authorized to do this. This is fine.
That's insane.
But yeah, personally, I think if we did have, a president from the pit, the country would be a lot better off.
I can agree with that.
Not only would he be a young guy, dong, 17 inches plus.
Oh, man.
You would have all these school holidays, right? You would get, off of school and job like almost every week.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe not due to a holiday, but I mean, think about it. If somebody is raiding you constantly, you wouldn't want to go to work.
That's right.
You want to deal with the raid, right? You want to raid back.
Got to protect the fort.
I would actually start giving out everybody who lives on the coast free little raiding boats. Just go off, bro.
And a pamphlet how to use it.
It's like make a national
it's just
raid
stick figures.
Argentina, national raid Argentina day. Where we go through the sea. We don't come through the land, and you're not allowed to wear anything below your waist. So up top you can have a woolly
I have
jacket,
to chop my wee off.
but on the bottom nothing. You think that would be terrifying?
Yeah.
Imagine like the poor Argentinians. They're just like watching,
Yeah, they can't come
and they
in.
see like a horde of obese naked men run towards
That would
them.
be a little intimidating, yeah.
Just yell it like with a Pepe flag in their hands. I think that would be amazing, man.
Oh, man.
See, why don't we do stuff like that? Besides the rating part, right? If we are really the freest country in the world, we're not really showing it that much, are we?
I'm not worth a cent. I'm pretty free.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why weren't you in the Attack on Capitol game then?
Because somebody stole me.
Oh,
Yeah.
They took your place?
Yeah.
Kind of racial.
yeah. Why did they do that?
Because I have a small pee-pee.
Oh, see,
yeah,
that's
that
the
makes sense.
discrimination.
See, that's the discrimination that I, as president, would go against. You know what I'm saying?
That's like cut the funds for schools. This is important, Like, not. I am tired of going to work every day and people look at me and just shake their head.
They just shake their heads.
They don't have to say no. I already know. They're like, this dude under 6.
That's right.
And I don't want to be labeled as that, right? And that's not even true. I'm above, but people just think, and it's like, and if I show it, I'll go to jail.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's not right.
You know how you have to tell your partner you have STDs and stuff?
Yeah.
I have to tell all my partners I have a tiny dick.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's an entire disclosure. Like at the beginning of any sort of, hey, look, I just gotta let you know. Got a small dick.
Like on your ultrasound, like the doctor's like, he's healthy, but look at the schlong. Like, do you really want to keep that?
Do you want these genetics in your gene pool?
Maybe they should like allow small peepee men to sue their mom. I didn't ask to be born to be a mockery.
Why'd you have to pick the one guy with the small dick?
But I heard Twitter banned Donnie Trump. Is that true?
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh my god, you should see that. So apparently, when you go to Twitter, you'll see. I'll actually put some screenshots on screen right now. But they banned Donald Trump. Not only that, but I'm also going to show you guys something fucking hilarious. He made a fake Twitter, or somebody made a fake Twitter. It's
Really?
either Donnie or somebody else that's imposing as him, and it's because they gave him like a little Mexican mustache, and it's at not real Donald Trump, and it's just a bunch of stupid shit.
That is amazing. I think Donnie, if he wants to recover from this, just like when Belle Delphine had to recover, OnlyFans, bro.
That's right. So
Do you know how many people would pay
Apparently 7 million.
for Papa Donnie's OnlyFans? Would you pay?
Yeah.
Would you pay?
Probably.
He deserves that money.
No, not probably. Hell yeah. Have you seen the dump truck on Donald Trump?
That's right.
This dude's got cake.
I want to see that. I want to see those muscles that are gonna build that wall. I want to see the hammer he works with.
That's what I'm saying.
That one big muscle.
Now, Biden, as a character, doesn't strike me as interesting personally as Trump.
I wouldn't. I just
Yep.
I wouldn't get Biden's OnlyFans. I'd get
No,
Trump's
absolutely.
OnlyFans.
I would get Daddy Trump's OnlyFans, but Biden. I mean, there's a lot of pictures of his son out there, anyways. Like, why would you want Biden?
The newer improved.
Yeah. When he was like, what was he like doing, crack and jacking it or something? Like, he straight up took that episode from South Park Serious, Jack and Crack. But yeah, Biden's, I don't know, man. Maybe if he like shaved his eyebrows and like got some facial tattoos, to make him look a little tougher. Maybe. Like if he had like a tattoo on his chest of like, I don't know.
I feel like Biden secretly has a rod though. Like
Rod of God.
Yeah, he's probably got he's got a hammer down there.
Really?
He's got a big lineage, man. You see his family?
I've seen his family.
He's hit several times.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's taking some type of secret alien pills, right? They're landing in Area 51. We never rated it properly.
That's
all
right.
So we don't know what kind of magical pills they're giving, all these.
If CroSoul would have led that raid,
bro,
we would have already had the alien.
Not only would we reach Area 51, around 500,000 of you would be dead. And think about it.
That's probed.
That is the... Who would not want to go?
The rest probe by JalaPP.
The rest probe. You go up, heaven's door. You look Peter in the eyes. You just push him out of the way. He's like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I was in that raid."
Exactly.
Led by Crow. He just looks down. He sees all the Naruto ninjas. He sees the Kyles with the Monster Energy drinks bashing through the gates. JalaPP over here with the 2 hot alien chicks on his back.
Hell yeah, boy.
And I'm in the middle. Wounded, but still alive. You would just get an insta pass to heaven.
That's right.
And personal quarters on top of that. And I'm just gonna say it. That's how you do a raid. All right, Area 51 people. Whoever started it, you did not see the potential in it. Okay, if that was me, man, everybody would have an alien waifu at this point. Okay. Right?
And half a dildo.
No, I always had this theory. What if, all these dads who went for cigarettes and never came back, what if they didn't abandon what if they're in Area 51? See, but that's the thing we'll never find out, right? Because somebody wasn't brave enough to take a bullet or two.
Imagine if somebody went to the raid and managed to live and they found their father.
See, that would be such a... And you're in the midst of it, like, doesn't matter if a few Naruto runners...
bullets flying left and right.
Right,
and it's just like, slow-mo, you're just... Dad?
That's... He's like, son, how did you find me? He's like, I knew you would not leave me, for a pack of Marlboro cigars.
And then they both get shot.
But what if the aliens have some revival technology, right?
Oh, that'd be heat.
I mean, are you not intrigued by clapping alien cheeks?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Yes.
For JalaPP, I think it's any cheeks, but yeah.
Any cheeks. Right.
Yeah. I'm legally forced to say it.
But I am legal. So what is that? You're not allowed?
Damn, imagine that. Oh, man. You finally woo the alien cheeks and you're like,
and your dad
but I have a small dick. And then they look down, shake their head and walk away just like everybody else does.
See, you're looking at the negative light. What if you see that alien chick and, and you're like, nah, I'm just not equipped. And she does like...
and all of a sudden,
you're like Girth Magnum 37 over there, bro. Like, you grow a mustache.
On your dick.
You grow a mustache, bro.
Gets a little top hat and a monocle.
You just get like a little Super Saiyan aura around your balls. You're like, wee, wee. You look like they're pulsing. The hair is growing. The dong grows a full 7 inches long.
I heard that you're ready.
And you're just like, a tear of happiness, goes down your cheek. Your father peeks through the door. You finally are reunited. You get everything.
Exactly.
You get the hot anime waifu. Your dad comes back, and your ding dong is
and
huge.
he approves of you because you have a huge ding dong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Think about it.
I can finally pee with him again.
But personally, I think there's one thing that we really would get out of this new Capital game, and they should have put Uncle Melvin as the main secret boss at the end of the game, and all you have to do is say no to win.
Spoilers.
But do you think you could do it?
Say no to Uncle Melvin? No.
Yeah, it's
That's
tough.
tough.
Man. Uncle Melvin and his magic touch, bro.
Cheers,
Ever
man.
since I met Uncle Melvin, every time I look at a Thomas the Tank Engine, it's different. It hits me different with the tunnels and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Tommy.
That charisma is just through the roof.
If it was a World of Warcraft, it'd just be like 99 charisma. No strength or anything, but 99 charisma.
Exactly. You wouldn't need anything. You
No.
just submit.
He goes to Walmart and they pay him. Well, on the topic of, got a little on the sidetrack with this politics and all that stuff, Personally, again, here at the pit, we don't care. You can vote for Daddy. You can vote for old man Biden.
You can vote for JalaPP if you want
But
Do
you
it.
should. That's a problem, actually.
to. Yeah.
Our thing is here is like, personally, we could have done it better. Right?
Exactly.
If all those raiders had, some type of hand weapon like anal beads attached to a butt plug,
I love the.
like a makeshift mace,
Exactly.
they would have gotten they could have occupied the United States of America that day and renamed it.
That's crazy.
Isn't it though? Think
Yes.
about it. What do you guys think of a sequel? What is the sequel going to be called?
That's good. Well, yeah, what would be Attack on Capitol 2? Let's think real quick.
Maybe somebody they steal the Statue of Liberty overnight.
Yeah, that'd be good.
They all come up there. They all have a little wrench. And they start taking them apart. Somebody steals the sandals. And all you have to do, you have to survive long enough until you dismantle the statue and
And then it falls.
erect it back in Detroit or somewhere.
Whoa.
What do you guys think? Would that be a good? That would be a good multiplayer game.
Yeah.
And if you're on the enemy forces, again, you have to carry a door. If you're not carrying a door, you're not allowed to shoot.
Exactly.
Right?
And then, think about it. They'd have to get to you through the river. So you already have the
That is
advantage.
true, man.
You have the high ground and the river.
Yeah.
We could take it apart and erect it in JalaPP's butt in no time.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Easy, man. Yeah, I think personally, this particular video game, I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. And the only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because Uncle Melvin's not
Exactly.
a secret. Yeah.
Yeah, get
Like,
that in there.
I personally think the character development was amazing. You fell in love with the naked barbarian right off the bat.
Great.
Graphics were amazing.
Graphics were
dog.
good.
The story was, it was sad, but it was top notch at the same time. Yeah.
It didn't feel linear,
Yeah,
You were
it didn't
able
feel
to-
and it didn't feel forced. Like for me, Last of Us 2, man, personally, I didn't care if, what was his name, Ellie, that she got a girlfriend. I didn't care, The only thing that I cared is if the barbarian is going to keep his hat,
Exactly.
right? If he's going to defile Pelosi's laptop or not, that was amazing, right?
It was.
I think in our history, that was the best, fuck Civil War, all that. There's nothing. This is the best moment that ever happened. That somebody had the balls to go through.
Just think about how this is going to go down in history for a little, right? Because growing up, they taught you all this bullshit, right? About
Right.
American politics and
Yeah, all
all
that
this
shit.
other crap in history. But imagine 20 years from now what people have to teach other people about this moment in history.
I think this is how it's gonna start. It's gonna be
No, this is all I have to say. History books, if you don't have the picture of the barbarian in the history books,
as a couple.
you fail.
Yeah.
You fucking fail.
Imagine like you said, 20 years from now, bro. Maybe talking to your grandkids at this point, and you're just yeah, during my time, yeah, sure, you guys have your flying skateboards and shit. But in my time, you know what we had? Harambe's death. That eventually led to us storming the Capitol.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it really did all go downhill from there.
To the, I personally think, we already touched that on the previous episode. We did fall in some type of parallel universe, right? Because what? Imagine this. What if we shot the kid instead of Harambe?
Things would be so much better right now.
You know, if the Overlord himself would still be alive, he would keep the universe in balance.
That's right.
You know?
Harambe is America.
Harambe was the true father. That, you know, he actually kept all the shit at bay. After his death, for some reason, we evolved from 4 slided panel memes into what we know as the meme format today.
Mm-hmm.
But why? The only logical answer is we switched universes. Right?
You know, let's piggyback off on that shit. There's been some really things going on as of late, and I really just can't explain it in any. Like, if you really sit there, how else do you explain this shit?
No, honestly, he's right. Like the one event that happened, from what I've seen, Croatia had earthquake, and it was huge, and they never had earthquakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then in Italy, on the first day of the New Year's, birds were falling dead from the skies. Like, if that's not parallel universe shit over the world's not ending, I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
Michael Jackson's Resurrection.
Yo, would you play that game?
Yeah, that'd be kind of fire, yo.
Yeah, man. Send us the key, the beta key, man. Whoever is made, as long as it's not made by EA, bro. Then you would like have to like buy
Pay
his
for the
nodes separately and shit. I don't want to do that. I have to buy the children as accessories. Like, nah, he should come with them.
Exactly.
Right?
He'll come with them.
Oh yeah, you will.
All right. The Uncle Melvin video game, though.
Oof. Uncle
Melvin Simulator.
Uncle Melvin Simulator would just personally be like, which of your stats were you gonna improve? Are you gonna improve your charisma is already 99, so you're just gonna improve your roofing skills, or are you gonna
perception?
Are you gonna improve your
probing skills?
Probing skills, right?
Oh, I'm good at those.
Yeah. Uncle Melvin Simulator would most likely be a top seller in Florida.
Probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
in Alabama.
Yeah, and Alabama is like everybody would be like, that's me.
That's
You know what I mean? They'd just be like, yeah, I feel for that guy.
Is Little Bear in Alabama right now?
Yeah, Little Bear is looking for Uncle Melvin right now. We heard he was on the run, so apparently he seduced a guard and slipped him, a little. And, looks like we'll see next episode if Uncle Melvin is going to be with us, or we'll see, because Little Bear is absent. Everybody already knows. And no, he is not, doing one of his little furry adventures. He is actually on legitimate search. Like, I don't know why everybody here is thinking like he's some type of furry guy and he's touching little cats. No, it's not cats. Yeah, so
it's not cats.
Yeah, lay off.
You know that.
Yeah,
it's not cats.
No, one question is that I would like to ask, our new guests over here is,
that's me.
If you had the power to actually bring one aspect of any video game that you actually, or movie, into our, messed up alternate death Harambe universe, which one would it be?
The power to lengthen your own cock.
But which video game is that from, bro? Which movie is that from?
I saw it in a dream once. Does that count?
No. It has to be a legitimate, like, it doesn't have to be a AAA title, right? It can just be anything.
I don't know, maybe Pokemon.
Really, Pokemon.
Yeah. Ass Ketchup.
Yeah.
Ass Ketchup.
You think that's no? Let's think about Pokemon as a whole,
How do you
right?
think you got Misty?
You think it would be fun? You go outside and there's just like some massive rhino here using earthquake, and you're trying to go to work.
Fuck your car.
All you do is you work at Starbucks, right? And there's some hypnotic fat trumpet guy doing from the bushes, luring all the children away. Like, that's the world you want to live in?
Yeah. Mr. Mime is God.
What about you? You'd be fine with that?
More or less, yeah. I mean, what's the difference between the Pokemon world and the reality we live in now? This alternate universe we stepped into.
You're kind of right. In the Pokemon universe, Harambe could be like a legendary Pokemon.
He'd be a god.
He'd be a god, like Poe and shit. Harambe the king.
That's right.
Like, he's all the types at once. You can just switch affinities. He's gonna be a new type, Harambe
sink the
type.
Titanic itself.
Oh, now that's a wild one. What do you think if the Titanic never sunk, man? Imagine all the people that would come from that, right?
Harambe would still be alive.
Were they mostly just like Irish people that was on the Titanic? Or
Well,
just
it was
a mix of Europeans?
It was it was just a mixture. I think there was even a thing going on where they give like free tickets to people because it was like a huge thing at the time. That's how Jack got on there. He was not a rich boy.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? What game would you bring into reality?
What game mechanic
Or a movie? Personally, like, what would you think?
I mean, I was talking about GTA earlier, so that's like the only thing on my mind.
But that's already like.
But yeah, you can GTA. You can GTA.
You just have to go to LA or Detroit, living it right then and there.
Shit, I can't really think right now.
Well, I'll tell you what I would personally think. Now, when it comes to that, I don't know how familiar you guys are with like Tekken and stuff like that, right? Imagine if I can just go up, hit somebody, like jab him in the throat, and then just a lightning bolt shows up. Come on, man! And everybody has these type of powers, bro. I guarantee you, bro. We would just abandon weapons, and you would just have everybody do like exactly, man. Like you would just see you're going to school, some kid grabbed another kid, power bombing and across the field, like slam dunking him in the sandbox.
The quiet kid doesn't carry a gun anymore. He's just super ripped. He's fucking buff as shit. When he has enough, he just snaps the desk in half and fucking.
He has one of those. He has the one hit KO move. And just charges and hits the teacher. Come on, that would be so amazing. You wouldn't want to live in that. Personally, think about it. You're an accountant, right? Or customer service. Somebody gives you shit. You're just like, oh yeah. Just wait.
But imagine how boring UFC and boxing and shit would become. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. Imagine like you would have to.
No, because think about it, right? Everybody finds that one cheesy combo, that one cheesy strategy. That would be the professionals because they would always win with that one cheesy combo. They'd put you into a good little fucking button combo. You know, like the down A, up A, down A.
Yeah. The 50-50.
Yeah, and then finish you with something stupid.
Unless we added like key blasts to it and stuff. Because that would be a whole different story, like if you had to manage projectiles. Maybe more like Mortal Kombat type of stuff. You know, like where you get three respawns.
You know what? That's the gameplay mechanic I would input. If UFC could be like Mortal Kombat, that shit would be fire. Imagine that shit.
And this is the crap. We give the Romans shit for the gladiator games, and now we're like, what would be cool?
Because like they respawn, right? Like that shit would be fucking awesome. Like if they just beat the shit out of each other.
If Khabib had blades and gloves. If McGregor actually had knuckles instead of gloves, Yeah, that would be kind of sweet. Imagine like Khabib he doesn't choke you out, he just slits your throat and just grabs you.
But you respawn right after,
Yeah. So he's like, you have 3 lives.
And at the end of the 3 matches, they just shake hands and
do friendship. He's like, so how was this? Like, yeah, I died 3 times, but I gave him a good fight. So that would be like an area, like a ring where you could respawn, right?
Yeah. You can't do that outside because it'd still be illegal. Just like, they have to register all those UFC fighters have to register their hands and feet as weapons.
It's like they just screw them up. Oh, that would be pretty sweet, man. Like that, if you could just throw an ice, like you're outside, somebody cuts you off, you just throw a nice ball in his tire. Like Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero their ass. That's funny.
What about you? Did you think of something you would like to add?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that was it. The Mortal Kombat
aspect. The Mortal Kombat aspect?
Yeah.
So we had 2 fights. Well, if you already picked a fighting one, if I have to go like a movie aspect of what will be implied in it, personally, and I know this is gonna sound like weird because I'm saying it.
That's weird.
I would actually love if straight up like something like Harry Potter was real, bruh. You can Wingardium Leviosa somebody off the building. Who would ever find out?
You happen upon a fucking Karen that's just annoying your ass, you just pull out your wand and flicker like half away.
Imagine how messed up would it be. You actually go up to, you hatch it in the head, and then you say, abracadabra, dog. You don't even use a spell.
Eduardo Pinoso.
It actually gets smaller.
You actually have like the magical school against sexual advances.
Oh god!
And Melvin is the maid guy. He teaches you all the reflective stuff. Like, feel your images with your grandma.
Oh my god!
He's like, oh, ew, disgusting. And no sex spell can penetrate, you know. But do you feel a finger in your anus? Yeah. Ta-da! Still a master at his art, you know.
Man.
What do you think? Would you want to live in the Harry Potter?
I don't know. That'd be kind of OP though, right? Because like some of the population would be with spells, and then you're just that poor schmuck that's just on his. You're just driving to work, and then you get blown to shit for no reason.
Which is better, right? Somebody calls an airstrike on you in our universe, right?
Right.
Or somebody actually does, Guardian Oblivio.
You know what? Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. At least you can maybe run away.
Imagine the armed forces in that universe, though. They wouldn't have fucking guns. They just have wands.
The armed force, like you could see the jogs being bullied, and the nerds just be like, "Oh, look at that dude with his muscles." He's like, "Leave me alone." He's just like,
turn him into a frog.
That would be, that would be. Everything would be reversed.
That'd be funny.
Do you think anybody would bother to reproduce? Like, maybe they would be forced. I mean, you kind of come to, but again, as a wizard, wouldn't you kind of want to make your own little clones and golems, an army of gay frogs, like Alex Jones? Turn the freaking frogs gay.
That's crazy.
And they're like give them little hats. And they start charging. Who's that outside? It's just you in a puddle of frogs. But yeah, I personally don't think that would be a bad one, right? Maybe if it was like a Harry Potter
I think
universe.
any universe that we think of is going to be better than the fucked up
Superhero
shit.
wouldn't be. Superhero would be terrible unless you are the superhero.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I mean, imagine, what is the point of being a police officer?
You're just walking down the street and you get blown.
If there's a Superman. Like, I don't think if people even understand how lucky they are that Superman is just doesn't decide, it's like, I had enough of this. Right? Dragon Ball as well. Dragon Ball would be cool unless you're not part of the cast.
Right.
That's even worse than the superhero. Like, at least maybe the superhero you can hide. Like, there's no way you can hide. They can sense you. If Vegeta has one of his bad days, he just blasts half of the planet off. The fact that Yamcha could be your god. Think about that. Yamcha could kill our whole planet if he wanted to.
This is true.
If Yamcha went into Naruto, he would be a god over there.
Okay.
You think people could? I mean, Yamcha just like shreked up Ginyu and stuff, and they were like planet busters, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. It would be a cool thing to live in, unless you're an NPC.
But I think that's like that with any video game. If you're an NPC, that sucks, right?
Well, all depends. I mean, like in The Witcher, it's not really that bad to be an NPC. In The Witcher, I mean, if you're one of those level 65 NPCs,
decide to kill the NPC.
You think they can? I mean, maybe maybe. All depends again. In the Dark Souls universe, being an NPC is kind of sweet, but at the same time, not. It's not as bad.
You're forced to attack if you're the enemy.
Yeah, that's kind of true. In Pokemon, it's not bad being an NPC, I guess.
Just big challenge. I mean, you lose. I mean, well, I guess there's probably like an abundance of money because like there's kids out here fucking giving you cash.
Imagine like what kind of world that is really in Pokemon. It's like you're like 25, you go out for a beer, and then you see 2 10-year-olds throwing rats with rabies at each other, like dog fighting, and you're like, this is fine. You see a rat biting another rat in the neck.
You just see this kid winning over and over again. You're like, hey, I got $5,000 on the kid with the rat.
You see like 11-year-old throws out some massical Tyrannosaurus who can use a hyper beam. Like they destroy half of your truck. You're like, yeah, this is okay.
No, but that's the thing though. If you lived in the Pokemon universe, I don't think you would have a need for like a truck or anything. right? You can whip out one of the things with wings and fly where the fuck you want to go.
But that's assuming you have the capability of training them, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not really keen on flying some type of pigeon.
Right, a dodo.
Yeah, right. Pigeon in a world where there's wild pigeons out there, and somebody can just be like, "Oh, look, loose sleep powder," and you're just falling. You just start falling out of nowhere. You know,
you just pull out your other pigeon.
the only Pokemon I got is pigeons. Like you're just like throwing balls. You're like, "Oh, the pigeons grab me."
See, the good thing about that universe though is that birds would be real.
Well, birds are not real though. That's even there. I think
They'd be fake.
They'd be like cameras and microphones.
And just use a fucking dragon.
Yeah, dragon. The problem with Pokemon, and this would be, imagine how good the pedophiles would have it there. They can use sleep powder, hypnosis, and nobody would know. They use hypnosis. They do the nasties. Dream Eater.
Yo, that's an OP strat. There's counters. You got insomnia. Everybody would have to by law be forced to wear safety goggles.
By law, as soon as you turn 10, they force you to develop insomnia. You're just strapped to the chair watching Seinfeld for 2 days straight.
Or you just carry some safety goggles with you. You know what I'm saying?
What about
no sleep powder, no nothing?
So you have safety goggles and it uses I don't know, wine whip. It just disables your kneecaps. Takes it off and then the sleep powder happens again.
Oh,
What about that?
See, this is why everybody would have Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? This is it's like the whole argument of everybody having guns. If everybody had guns, then nobody would have guns.
Go Metapod.
That's true. Metapod. Oh my lord, Metapod would be the butt plug of Pokemon. Metapod use Harden.
No, not me.
No, JalaPP would say yes, me.
Yes.
Why do you think? Would it be more cool to live in the Digimon world or a Pokemon world?
Pokemon world, right? Because Digimon's a digital world. It's
that comes with a lot of advantage, right? Digimon world. Imagine if you were a coder. Oh boy. You could make it, dude. You could give yourself 3 legs. Why not? I mean, imagine that. Then you make your own Digimon. You would just make I don't know, Krillin as a turtle.
Nice.
That'd be sweet. You call him Kriglin. Teenage Mutant Ninja Kriglin. He just says his name like a Pokemon, even though he's a Digimon.
So, what other fucked up shit have you heard? So we've been kind of centric on the fucked up shit that's happened in the States, but you touched upon Croatia having earthquakes and shit. What other fucked up shit have you heard has been going on out here?
Well, I mean, when we were talking about all this crap in the world that's been going on lately, at least, of course, the coronavirus is still out there, right?
Right.
We don't even have to touch on that. But from what I heard in the UK, they actually have new strains of the coronavirus.
Oh,
right?
that's kind of fire.
It's you got the vaccinations for this?
Nice.
Evolve. What? Is Corona evolving?
That's actually pretty terrifying for a virus to evolve like that quickly, you know what I'm saying?
Well, personally, if it would evolve one more, usually what viruses do when they evolve is they're trying to live longer, right? Mm-hmm. And when they do that, they tend to not kill as fast. So this new strain might be a little terrifying in the beginning, but it's going to get weaker, right?
Gotcha.
The problem is, why do you think all of this lockdown doesn't work, right? Because we live in this day and age, you cannot tell me what to do.
Yeah.
So lockdown is pretty much an economical suicide, nothing else. Oh, don't go outside. And then we have Corona parties in New Jersey, man.
Yeah, but that's in the States. Because everywhere else seemed to get it done. Right?
And that's the thing. I think in Austria, I have a few friends over there. They told me, if they catch you outside,
they beat the shit out of you.
You got up to 5 years in prison.
Oh, that's pretty fire.
It's there was nobody outside.
Then they beat the shit out of you.
It's awesome. Yeah, they beat the shit out of you no matter what.
And then they put you in a prison cell with Uncle Melvin.
That's a dream come true.
Uncle Melvin sings you a lullaby. He doesn't even need Dream Eater. But yeah, I think the world has been going downhill anyways. Personally, it could be a good thing because instead of 2012. It was actually 2021. The Mayans the dude was dyslexic.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we'll see how it all turns out, man. Like personally, for me, I'm not afraid. Whatever. If the Bible revelation comes true, doesn't matter. If Corona evolves into, I don't know, Agumon 3, it doesn't matter.
If the aliens come down and probe me and touch me,
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
That's normal Friday for me, anyways.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, it's a normal Friday.
Oh man!
But,
Which brings us to our special part of the show that we always wrap up the episodes with, and I think we have to do today's shout out, boys. Has to be to the Area 51 Raiders.
Absolutely. 51 Raiders. Not because, like, look, I respected you, every single one of you, until the day when it was,
Exactly.
supposed to
I
happen.
know.
Gave up.
What did you give up? Like, think about your life at the moment, right? You gave up that one chance of glory, right? You could have died, sure, but what do you do now? You work at Starbucks. You're sad every day. You want to die anyways.
You go home
could
and
have.
masturbate. You know?
You could have. You could have been clapping alien cheeks. But nah, what are you doing instead? You're eating at McDonald's. You're getting fat. You're clogging up your arteries.
Clapping your own cheeks.
You're getting your cheeks clapped,
Exactly.
man. So fuck Area 51 Raiders. Fuck you. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. This was your boy CroSoul with JalaPP over here.
That's
Your
me.
young trainer Oblivio.
Yo.
We're going to see you next week. Peace.
Bye.
See ya.